there is obviously a huge news in regarding to the Fnaf movie 2, and that is the new poster that came out last night. Because we got two bits of information exactly. We got that Fnaf will be will be occurring or appearing at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Unfortunately, I do not live in America, so sadly, I will not be able to attend unless I can manage to save up a lot of money and just take a vacation just for that weekend. Trust me, I could if I would, and I would. I could if I would. I would if I could. However, that is one piece of information. But the best part of the information is this: we have the new poster, which low key was a little bit underwhelming. I'll be honest. I thought it'd get a little bit more. Um, because I genuinely thought this would be a little bit better. However, it's still really, really cool because, in my opinion, I think we're going to get a trailer sometime soon, maybe sometime this week. Because as you can see, we have the Faz Talker yet again, along with obviously Five Nights at Freddy's 2, December 5th, Scott Cawthon, and Emma Tammy. Now, this is really, really cool. I'm assuming the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, by the way, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I could probably fly out to that. I definitely won't be able to afford that, but we don't talk about it. But I think this is really cool because the you there. Now, I've had a theory for so long about the FNAF movie that Josh Hutcherson's brother, Gareth, is going to be the puppet, right? I think that's going to be a very obvious theory. However, I think the puppet is using this Faz Talker to communicate. I genuinely believe this is how Mike is going to come into contact with his younger brother, which I feel like should be the case. Because I think if Mike can have any sort of communication with his younger brother, is going to have some level of emotional kick. And that's what the FNAF movie needs. Because the first movie was decent, really good for fans like myself, but just wasn't scary. It was not scary, no level of ambience whatsoever. It was missing a lot of what the original FNAF had. Ambience, jump scares, and ultimately just a horror vibe. That's what the movie didn't have, unfortunately. But I do think that this looks really, really cool to the fact that also, I saw a lot of people saying this looked like AI. I don't think it's AI. I think it's just 3D like Blender work. That's my opinion. But it's interesting to think that this floor looks very, very rusty, like ridiculously rusty. So I think this is going to be found when obviously Piper Rubio's character of Abby goes to the new pizzeria. Because we do see in the trailer that Abby goes on her bike and goes to this location, in obviously the new location, because we can see in the puddle reflection that she arrived at the new location, not the old one. And obviously she leaves Mike the message going like gone to fix friends or whatever. So I do think this is really, really cool in the way of it's kind of depicting where maybe this takes place, where this Faz Talker, is found. I don't think this is. I really don't think this is real. I think this is just made by someone else. I cannot remember if this is made by someone else or not. But the You There was also released, and this is obviously, the same thing. I don't know if that is real or not. Obviously, we had this panel here with obviously Jason Blum, one of the interviews, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And I'll be honest, right? I'll be completely real. I think the poster is a little bit underwhelming for what this could have been. I think, in my opinion, I think this would have been a really good idea to give us a first look at the Wizards, unless they are going to keep them for the actual film, which I would not oppose. I would not oppose Blumhouse keeping the Wizards completely out of the marketing, and then when we actually go see the film, we're like, I wonder if the Wizards actually are in this, and all of a sudden, Toilet Bonnie strolls up on screen. I think that'd be a really cool idea, but I think the fact that they chose this Faz Talker for this poster that we already knew was a part of the film, it's okay. Like it's a decent idea. It's not terrible. I do think we could have gotten a little bit more of that because I think we already knew this was a part of the film. You know what I mean? I really just think this was like we already knew that. And so I really wish we kind of got maybe even like the music box. That would have been a cool poster. Literally just showing us and confirming, yes, the puppet will be a part of this film. You know what I mean? I think that would be really, really cool. However, it is a sick poster. I really think it's cool. It's a cool poster. Obviously, a tiny bit underwhelming that it's not an animatronic reveal. But as we do know, when the FNAF movie 1 was coming out, they did reveal posters for each individual animatronic, along with the combined posters as well. So I do think we will get something in regards to maybe a Toy Bonnie poster, Mangle, Toy Chica. Obviously, we have Toy Freddy, all those sort of things. So we will get all those, hopefully Wizards as well. But if they do choose to have the Wizards in this movie, which they have, we do have the Wizards in this film because we saw the behind the scenes stuff. It would be very interesting to see that if they're going to keep the Wizards out of the marketing, in my opinion. I want everyone in the comment section to give me your opinion. Should they keep the Wizards out of the marketing and keep them and let them be a surprise? Or should they reveal the Wizards in the trailer or whatnot and kind of give away that? I don't know. Because I feel like that'd be a really cool thing to kind of keep away as a secret, even though we all know it's coming. It would just be kind of cool. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions on that because I'd love to see the Wizards. I know they're in the film. Would they be in the marketing? Who knows? I think it'd be really, really cool. But ultimately, that poster is really sick, and it is nice to know that the marketing for FNAF 2 is going to slowly start running out because obviously we're only a few months away from release because we're in June right now. So I think it's going to be a good idea for them to start rolling out a trailer maybe July, August, and we need definitely at least 2 more posters until then, in my opinion. A combined poster with all the animatronics, like the original FNAF 1 poster, and maybe like a Mangle single poster or a music box. I think it'd be a really, really good idea in my opinion. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below because I think it's pretty interesting.